this is rather new. This is the first time I've actually jumped into this game for, I think, about a week or so, actually, because I did the majority of this week's segments in the previous week. So I haven't actually jumped in to this for a while. Now, I did say I was going to do this level starting this segment, but I thought since this is the last segment of this week, I determined it was probably not the best idea to record this and then have the second part of it go up at the start of next week and make people wait a couple days for it to get the second part. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to jump into a couple of these classic maps. I'm not entirely sure how many of these I'm going to get done with in this segment. I am going to do them in the order of... I don't know where the hell I got that one from. Must have been... Oh, wait, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. Not entirely sure how many of these I'm going to get through in this segment, but we'll just get crackalacking. I'm doing this one first because I'm doing them in the order that I found them in the game. So this is in the first level. So it only makes sense to do this one first. Now, since it is the first level of Doom 2, you might think it's not that difficult at all in the slightest. But as you can see, I just got my shit punched in royally. So, probably going to be a lot of cutting out. I may just find myself doing this in post-commentary if it gets too difficult. But we'll have to see from there. As always, with this first level, the chainsaw is just immediately to the left of your starting position. And the big challenge here is having to deal with these guys, because since they are the closest thing to zombie men in this game, except that they are much more powerful than zombie men, you're going to be fighting a lot of these guys, as well as imps. So, had to deal with those guys, and we've only got the pistol for the majority of this level, because, as you may remember from playing Doom 2 in the past, there are only 2 additional weapons in this level, and they are towards the back end of the level. So, if you're good with your headshots, you should be about right. Because from what I've gathered, it's taking 2 hits to get rid of these guys. Oh. Yeah, we don't want to be dealing with those. I'm not going to go in there yet, because that's a bit of a clusterfuck that I do not want to be dealing with until I get the other weapons. So I'm just going to go down this corridor and deal with all the enemies over there. I'd rather have a couple of the other weapons going into that second area, whatever the hell it is back there. Nothing up there? Oh no, it looks like there is. But whatever. I think I may have triggered the line def that opens up the rocket launcher at least. Yeah, here it is. Okay, I should be right to deal with this area now. How many rockets have I got? 12. Yeah, that'll be more than enough. Okay. Yeah, the first part was a bit of a challenge. It was more tedious than anything else, just because the enemies took hits like planets, basically. But now that we have the rocket launcher, we should be about right. I could have easily sliced through a bunch of the enemies with the chainsaw, but I didn't really feel like doing that. So there's one of the secrets with some imps in it. Did I kill the other one? Yes, I did. Now we just got to go and get the shotgun, because we apparently can't jump through over here because of invisible walls. Come on. Do me a solid. That works. Now you can just go out and blow all the imps out here. Almost get killed, but we get our shotgun anyway, so. Not that the shotgun's going to get much use, mind you, because... Okay, I thought there was an enemy in here, but apparently not. But yeah, that's it for the classic map. You don't even get like a score thing at the end of the level, so it's rather unfortunate. Anyways, the second level of the game contained the Hangar level, which is the first level in the Doom 1, so we're going to go ahead and do that next. Yeah, there's your mega armor, which I think gives you like 200 armor. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I think these are I think these maps are set out to be like if you were playing them on like one of the easier difficulty settings, because there should be a whole bunch of enemies in this room, but apparently there's just not. So there's the secret door over here. And we want to just sort of headshot those guys. That's an interesting observation, actually. Hitting him... He didn't seem to be alerted to my presence, so I'm guessing that it's got the same sort of mechanics as in Quake 2. Like if you hit them when they're not alerted to your presence, it does more damage. Because if you played Quake 2, you'll know that if you hit a gunner that's not alerted to your presence with a single railgun blast, it gives them instantaneously. So, seems that mechanic seems to be working here, unless the RNG just decided to be nice to me on that one particular kill. Let's go ahead and... Okay, does not at all increase our armor beyond maximum levels, so picking that up was entirely useless. Deck move. Have we got rid of all the enemies here? Yes, we have. Now there's just a matter of the couple of secrets back here, which are not really that relevant to my interest, but I figured I might as well show them off just so people know that these secrets are still here in the game. Random line def here somewhere in the original games that would trigger that, and apparently getting over there is a bit of a challenge. I think it's this one. I think it's this step that has the line def. So I'll wait for a little bit. And then move forward. Okay, had about half a second to spare there. It's a bit tricky. I'm not entirely sure if bunny hopping is a thing you can really do in this game. I don't think you move quite as fast. Unless you're playing in the snap maps, you move a lot faster in the snap maps, so you might be able to bunny hop in those, but I don't think that's possible in any of the other versions. So that's the second one. Might be able to beast our way through all of them. This one might take a while though, because this is a really reasonably long level. I think just we're doing this in the order that you see them here, because I'm pretty sure this was in level 3. Yeah, it was, because it was the Foundry. So we've got a bit of a clusterfuck of enemies here. You kind of want to get as much use out of the barrels as you can, especially considering these enemies take hits like planets anyway. Let me the fuck in here. And we've got some armor at least, so we can tank hits a bit more effectively. And if we can get the glory kills on like that, that makes things a bit easier. Oh yeah, that, and we have our shotgun for this level as well. Because the first two levels were just literally start of game levels, so you only had your pistol. But now you have additional weapons that you get to mess around with, although in this case it's just the shotgun. So that makes things a bit easier. Did I hit the switch in here? Because this leads me to the chain gun. No, I didn't. Alright. So we can grab our chain gun whenever we want, really. Let's go up here and grab the... Actually, no, we'll go down and get the chain gun first, actually. Yeah, we don't have any mods for our weapons either, which kind of makes sense considering that that wasn't the case either, like in the original games. But that Soul Sphere was actually quite more effective than it should have been. Far be it from me to complain, of course. No, 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 you're not charging up your blast like that. What also sucks here is that you have the minimum amount of, I think the minimum amount of ammo capacity for these weapons. Or at least for the chain gun, you've only got 90 rounds, which is really, really paltry for a chain gun. Okay, we have the red key, which means we can just sort of do all these ones, wait for those guys to get a little bit closer. There we go. Just because of how tanky these enemies are, you kind of have to be a bit more intuitive about how you kill them. Those switches seem to be reversed. It's kind of weird. Always nice to stun him in one shot like that. Even nicer to just do that. Oh, that's a new achievement. Probably like a kill X amount of enemies with the barrels. I think that is like kill 100 enemies with barrels. I didn't think these ones would count, but I guess they are just enemies that you're blowing up with barrels. So far be it from me to complain. Any smart player is aware that this will take us to the chainsaw in this level. So that's always nice to collect. The only problem is that it does have a ammo capacity, much like in the game proper, so it's not really that effective to use in all honesty. Not to mention, we still run the risk of falling into the slime unlike in the original level. Okay, 11 minutes and we're beasting our way through this. This shouldn't take too much longer. Oh, hang on, there's this area as well. I'm a bit used to the alt fire mode letting you like aim down the sights or some shit, but instead it's just triggering mods which we don't have. Lovely. I like how I still have 200 health because I've just been copping a shitload of flak from my armor. That being said, I am rather short on armor at the moment. That works. I thought he might have been a bit too far away, but apparently that wasn't the case. All of the rockets, jeez. I don't remember there being a rocket launcher in that room. I'm pretty sure it was only just the backpack, but I'm not going to complain. Naturally, going down here, and there's those enemies, which we can just blow to pieces like that, and we are all happy and whatnot. These levels seem to be really easy once you get the rocket launcher. Yeah, just blow that away in case there was an enemy down there, but evidently that wasn't the case. I guess Toxin Refinery is next. I'll make this be the last one because I'm not entirely sure how long it'll take me to do Halls of the Damned. I might do that in a later segment. This will take a bit of a while though. Now, there's one thing I will actually point out. While I will show off the secret, like where you're supposed to go to do access the secret exit, it doesn't actually exist here. Your only exit here is actually the regular one. But I will show it off because it's, of course, showing that there is not much difference between this remake of the level and the original level that it came from. So, any secrets that you know about, you'll be able to access reasonably easy. Now, do I still have my rocket launcher? No, I do not. It's unfortunate because you would think that anybody who was smart enough to find the rocket launcher in the previous level. But then again, I suppose the rocket launcher wasn't accessible in the original level 2 anyway, so it only makes sense. Now, I need some health, actually. Let's hope that there's some up here, and hopefully there's not any enemies up here either. Shit. Okay, that works. The fact that he made some weird-ass cry before I went up there signaled the fact that he was there, and I just knew that he was going to be there. That'll do quite fine. Now, that's the difficult part. I can't actually deal with that at the moment, except I may not have the choice. Oh, hang on. Yeah, because with the lack of rocket launcher, it doesn't actually matter that much because there is another rocket launcher in this level anyway. The only challenge, though, is that there are pinkies in this area. And I believe that actually means that this is the first time we'll be encountering them in the LP. Yeah, unfortunately, these guys are not quite as, I suppose, tame as their original counterparts. they kind of do like to charge you like that. And it also does require a bit of strategy to kill them, as you can see from that. They're a lot more vulnerable on their back than they are on the front. I think their front's like meant to be like heavily armored or some shit. So hitting them in the back is a lot easier. Crap. Would be nice to be able to kill some enemies sometime this century. Okay, that works. A bit closer than I would have liked, but it works. Okay, so there's our rocket launcher. Now if we duck on in here. Did we collect our backpack? Yes, we did. Open this area. This will lead us to the chain gun. And so we're a lot more well armed going into the next area. Although, it might not also be a bad idea to run along over here because there is another secret area that I can get to. Don't know if there are any imps down here. Yes, there are. Just a couple. Owned. So we can grab the, totally not Soul Sphere. It's totally a fucking Megasphere. Even though Megaspheres don't exist in Doom 1. I'm pretty sure they only exist in Doom 2. Just do that whole Colonel Guile from Street Fighter movie scene where he just fires from the pistol at ridiculously quick rates. But then he still gets killed as a result. Except not really, it's just a fake death. Spoilers! Not that it matters, that's apparently a terrible film, but I guess since it's not really that faithful to the original Street Fighter, I guess that's why it pissed people off over it. Also, missing the blue key, because I'm an idiot. And there was that other area that I mentioned earlier and then just completely forgot about. Good job. Actually, I'd rather we chain gun this place. There you go. That's well done. And then rocket them from a distance. Kind of effective. Ugh. Right. That works about as effectively as it should. Oh, hello. I knew there was one up here. I think last time I played this, there wasn't one up there. Actually, no, it was the bloody rockets. There was supposed to be a pack of rockets up there, and there just wasn't. Oh, hello. Okay, those have been blown to pieces. Okay, everyone's dead. Charge up. Take your head off. And then... Nah, they had no hope whatsoever, unfortunately. Now that we have our blue key, as well as our yellow key, because we need the yellow key for something else, we can get the hell out of here. I think the yellow key is literally only used to serve as like some kind of secret door beyond here. Only the one rocket, but it was put to good use. Can't. Actually, I got the chainsaw. I'll just get a whole bunch of ammo from that. Rocket launcher, please. Okay, sweet. And they just fall apart like that. Any enemies on either of these sides? No, but there's some shotgun shells. Not that I actually need them. And screw the staircase because we can mantle. Okay. Now we can go and have a look at all those other secret areas. I probably should have gone through the way of the secret level, because like the secret exit isn't even there to begin with, so there's not much point in actually exploring it last. Up here though, there's another soul sphere, megasphere thing. Are there any enemies down here though? No, there's not. There's usually supposed to be, but I guess in this case there isn't. Yeah, you need that for the thing, so. Now you can go and check out the area with the secret exit, which I think has at least one pinky in it. A couple rockets should be enough to get rid of it. Assuming I can get in the right position to knock them over. Yeah, they are. Oh, prick. Hang on. Apparently, he can't walk beyond this point. I guess that means I can just give you an example of just how armored this prick is up front. Yeah, that took a lot of blasts. You can all die to the chain gun. There you go. And then in here would be the secret exit, except there's no switch. The only other thing that we can do in here is go up here. Where there should have been a box of rockets, but apparently there just isn't. Okay, we can get the hell out of here now, because this is a bit of a longer segment than usual. It works though, I mean, there's your classic maps. I will definitely be doing the rest of these at some point in the game. If the next week's segments are like... If the layout for the next week's segments are going to be the exact same, then obviously you'll be seeing some more classic maps next Friday, but we'll have to see what happens, because some of the later levels will take a bit of a while to get rid of. But for the time being, this level is now done, and the only other level we have unlocked that we could do is Halls of the Damned, but again, it takes quite a while to get through, because you need all 3 keys to get into the exit, and there's a whole bunch of other crap that we have to deal with, including Barons, which at this point we're probably going to see themselves introduced before in the main game before this. So anyways, we shall come back to that later, and as for the start of next week, we'll be doing Cadinger's Sanctum, so see you for that.